Before you buy land, you must ask this one question.
Why is there not a house here already? That's the number one question you got to ask yourself in the process. And it could be a simple answer. It could be the house caught on fire and it burnt down 10 years ago. And, you know, Miss Smith never wanted to build it back. She just figured she'll move with her son and hold on to the lot. Great answer, no problem. But the answer you don't want to hear is when a builder was developing this area, this was a soft spot. That's a line. You don't want to hear it's not able to accept a well in this area for water. You don't want to hear there's no utilities in this area. The power company wants a fortune to bring power to this area if you got more of a rural lot. You want to look for those type of answers and make sure the answer that you really hear is a simple one, like Miss Susan next door bought a double lot and she's been holding on to it with plans of building, you know, another retirement home for her uncle or auntie or some of that nature. You don't want to hear those costly things as far as utilities or, you know, maybe power. There's nothing to be scared about. Anything that could have happened that could have burned that house down. It could have been faulty wiring. It could have been Miss Smith's granddaughter dropped hot grease on the floor or a candle fell over on the couch, right? But one of the good things about taking a lot that had a house on it, even if it burned down, is impact fees. Once we start building, we got to pay impact fees. And depending on the municipality, those impact fees can be $7,000 or $30,000. And so in most municipalities, I'll say that if there was a house there at some point, right, we don't have to repay the impact fees. The impact fees was already paid, even if they were paid 30 years ago. If you're going to build a bigger house than what's there, you may have to pay for the difference in square footage, but that's a fraction of the cost instead of the whole shebang of the impact fees or millage for that area. So that's not a bad thing to build on top of a burnt down house.